मरघट तक है तेरी कहानी पग पग प्यारे दंगल 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 सूरज तेरा चढ़ता ढलता गर्दिश में करते हैं तारे दंगल 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 दंगल.
Great morning, my dear friends. Bhupeshanand this side. So today we'll be starting with lecture number 4. We are doing reading on Introduction to Industry and Company Analysis. We have already covered what is the meaning of industry analysis. We have covered the meaning and relevance of industry analysis. We have covered what are the different methods on the basis of which we can classify industry. And we have covered so many other points, but in today's lecture number 4, I will be putting a special emphasis on learning outcome number D. So please take out your registers. Peer group, we will be discussing on peer group, that how industry classification, how company industry classification will be helpful in valuing peer groups valuation, equity valuation. So please take out your registers. Bhupesh Anand this side. We'll be starting with lecture number 4. Good morning, great morning, introduction to industry and company analysis, learning outcome number D. Explain how a company's industry classification. We have covered that, what is the meaning of classification, how we can classify a company, what are the different ways of industry classification. We can classify on the basis of products, we can classify on the basis of services, we can classify on the basis of cycle, that in which cycle, business cycles, that we can classify on the basis of statistical methods, that how whether they have a positive correlationship or negative correlationship. So there are different methods on the basis of which we can classify the industry. Now the best point is that after we have classified it, then whether that classification will be helpful or how it will be helpful in valuing the other peer companies' equity valuation. So this is the main focus today of today's lecture. So before I start with this peers, this learning outcome, I want to just tell you what is the meaning of a peer. Who are peer companies? What are the competitors? When I say peer, what is the meaning of a peer? When I say peer, it means a company having similar feature, similar cost drivers, similar activities, similar business model, similar revenue model. It means all those companies which are in the similar, or they are regarded as competitors. When I say they are competitors, then I mean they are peers. So peer companies means having different companies with different management, but having same cost structure, same drivers, same management. All that is named as peer. So how company industry classification will be helpful in peer equity valuation. So the first point which we are going to start with is peer means competitors. Peer means competitors. Peer means competitors. Peer companies of Maruti Udyog Limited. For example, just for explanation, I want to tell you who are the peer companies of Maruti Udyog Limited. I can say Hyundai Motors is a peer company of Maruti. So these are peer companies: Hyundai Motors, Ford, Toyota, Maruti Udyog. But Tata Motors cannot be a peer company because Tata Motors is going for a commercial type of cars. So the point is, we can have, peer means same type, same company, same classification, same cost structure, same business model, same product, same services. Those are named as peers. So with the help of industry classification, we can compare one peer with another peer. And then on that basis, we can analyze that this company has more risk or this company has more risk. The company having more risk will have more valuation. You're getting my point. You're getting my point. So please write down. Please take out your registers. First, write down first point. Peer means competitors. Peer means competitors. Example: peer companies of Maruti Udyog Limited. I have written this. Peer means competitors, and peers can easily be found out by annual report also, because in the annual report that management discussion section is there, and within that management discussion section, all the directors, they are, they are the chief executive, they have analyzed that how they have performed as compared to, how they have performed as compared to their competitors. So we can find out that peer classification from there also. But the point is, if we are aware that these are the peer companies, then on the basis of a benchmark, on the basis of industry benchmark, we can say that this company has a high leverage, high risk, high return, low leverage, low debt equity, or as the case may be. So first point is peers means the example I have written. Second is peer companies of Infosys. For example, if I want to have peer companies of Infosys. Then you see peer companies of Infosys. I can say are named as TCS, Wipro, other IT companies, peer companies of SBI. ICICI Bank, PNB, HDFC, Axis Bank, etc. So I am now aware what is the meaning of a peer. Now the logic is, in this learning outcome, we have to see explain how a company's industry, because we are classifying each company into industry, whether it is an FMCG, whether it is in oil sector, whether it is in cement sector, whether it is in infra, whether it is in telecommunication, whether it is in automobiles, a company has been categorized into industry. Now that classification, how it is helping to to identify a potential peer group for equity valuation. You getting my point? So let's start the journey. Peer groups. An easy way of peer classification is to ask that company, who are your competitors. We can ask the company as well that who are the competitors, or to see the management discussion analysis section from annual report. So we can easily find out who are the peers. That is not a difficult task. It can be easily calculated. Once we have classified them into peer, then we can compare the benchmark on the basis of industry, and on the basis of that benchmark we can value those peers. Let it the case be. I just want to explain you, we have done in corporate finance leverage, operating leverage, financial leverage, combined leverage. Now whether operating leverage should be 2, or whether it should be 3, or whether it should be 13, I am not aware of. So what I will be doing, I will be calculating average of the operating leverage of the similar type of companies within that industry. And once I have calculated that operating leverage of an industry, it will be working as a benchmark. Now, if let it be the case that if the benchmark, if the average operating leverage is 3 of an industry, then we can compare this operating leverage 3 with 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 other companies, and I can say that a particular firm having high operating leverage than 3, I will say this company is more risky. Hence, when it is more risky, then it will have an effect on valuation. That how it will affect, we will be doing in next reading. But the point is whether this industry classification will helpful in peers comparison and peers equity valuation. Yes. So right on the next point we are going to start with. Following are the features. Now, what are the features of peer group companies, which I have already discussed? Similar business activities, similar business model, similar demand drivers, similar cost structure, similar availability of capital. So all that is named as peer groups. So please write on fourth point. Following are the features of peer group companies: similar business activities, similar demand drivers, similar cost structure drivers, similar availability of capital. Now we are on fifth point. Once an analyst has classified peer group on the basis of industry classification, then the information can be used for equity valuation. Then we can use that classification for equity valuation. So step number 1 is we have done company, then industry classification, then on that industry classification, because different peer companies are coming, and once we have decided that these are the peer companies, now on the basis of the information which we will be getting on the basis for industry, we can use it for valuing the equity valuation of these peer companies. So fifth point is very, very important. Please note important and write down. Once an analyst has classified on the basis of industry classification, then, 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 then the information can be used for equity valuation. Example, in case of a business model where there is a huge incidence of operating costs, then an optimum operating leverage can be calculated as a benchmark of the industry, and in case of a given firm has high operating leverage, an analyst can conclude that given company is more risky. It means once I have calculated the marks on an average marks of a class, then I can find out who has got the highest marks, who has got the lowest marks, because I am aware of average marks. So I can compare those peer companies on the basis of industry classification, like we do in schools. We can find out the average, like in CFA level examination. Once we have calculated the average, that this is the average pass percentage, that this is the marks which an average candidate has got, then we can compare with others. So just write on this point. Hope you're writing down along with me. Please write on fifth point. Again, I have shown you, once an analyst has classified peer group on the basis of industry classification, then information can be used for equity valuation. So this is the main point. Then to explain this, I have used some examples. Firstly, I have used the example of leverages, and then I have used the example of optimum debt equity ratio, and then I have used the example. Once I have told you these two examples, you can now use anywhere. Now you are aware that what is the meaning of a peer group and how that classification will be helpful. For example, number one, in case of a business model having high rent, high salary, they have to pay huge rent, huge salary, big bazaar. You have heard of big bazaar? They have to pay huge rental cost and huge salary cost. So in this model, if different companies are there in this model, then we can calculate average operating leverage, and once we have calculated that benchmark, then we can compare it, that this is a operating leverage, average operating leverage, how much is the operating leverage of big bazaar, and we can easily find out that whether this company is doing good or not, or how much is the operating leverage of more, or how much is the operating leverage of Reliance Fresh, how much is the operating leverage of Big Apple, how much is the operating leverage of Easy Day. Then these are, now these are, all these companies are peer companies, and on the basis of operating leverage, benchmark operating leverage, we can analyze and we can use this while valuing the companies. So just write on this point. Next example which I have given is an idle debt equity ratio. So what is the meaning of idle? The benchmark debt equity ratio can be calculated by comparing debt equity ratio of peer companies. Can be calculated with help of average of debt equity ratio. Then we can say that this company, given peer company, has a high debt equity ratio or a low debt equity ratio, and on the basis of that we can value. So we can say that this classification, peers comparison, is extremely important. Just see in the Investopedia, I want to show you something. What is a peer group? What is a peer group? A peer group is a group of individuals or entities that share similar characteristics and interest. Similar characteristics and interest. Peer group, in case of individual people, have characteristics which include similarities such as socio-economic status, level of education, ethnic background, and so on among its individual members. So using peer groups, 10K, the form which is being there in USA, their trading starting case. So like this, we can have a peer classification. Hope you have enjoyed this lecture. Be happy, be jolly, be cheerful, be happy, be jolly.